Hello, St. Peter's, and welcome back for another fun summer reading adventure. We are on adventure number 10, a double high five. Shh. Pretty fun, right? As you can see, I am inside today, just like we had to be on Monday. It was raining on Monday, and today, oh boy, did it get hot and sticky outside today. And guess what? It looks like outside my window, it's gonna rain again. So I decided we're gonna stick with our let's have some fun indoor activities. You can do this outside if it's not raining, all right? But we've got some ways to beat the heat and have fun inside as well. My friends are here. We've got Ralph, Magic Monkey, Daisy, and of course, Joy is here with her jar of joy, so we can spread that joy at the end of our story. Would you like to see what I have in my pack today? All right, me too. Of course I have my water, but since I'm inside, I actually put my water in my cup today instead of in my backpack, so I've been drinking it all day. Let's see what we have. Oh, there's paper stuck inside my book. That's a clue for something we might do later. Do some paper, something with that paper. Let's see what our story is today. But first, we have to get ready for the story. Are you ready? Okay, let's turn up our ears so we're ready to listen. Turn off our mouths so we don't make a sound. Put your hands quietly in your lap. Take a nice big deep breath. And now we're ready for our story. Today, we are going to read about a cold weather animal. See if you can guess what it is. This is an animal that lives in cold weather, like Antarctica. Do you know what it might be? Oh, I think some of you got it. That's right, a penguin. I thought if we read about our friend Tacky the Penguin, it might cool us off from being so hot outside. Let's see. Tacky the Penguin, our author is Helen Lester, and it is illustrated by Lynn Munsinger. And get ready, because Tacky is a really silly penguin. He's here with an elephant. Let's see what happens in our story today. This is called Tacky in Trouble. We've seen Tacky in a couple books. Let's see what happens in the story today. As goodly, lovely, angel, neatly and perfect sang, "Sunrise on the iceberg." The sun rose on the iceberg. They felt very much in charge. Like they were making that sunrise happen. "What's happening?" blared Tacky the Penguin, greeting each of his companions with a hearty slap on the back. After breakfast, the penguins went about their morning activities. See how they're stacking up the cubes so neatly? And look at Tacky's stack. Oh boy, what do you think will happen when he puts that one on there? That's right, it's gonna fall for sure. Whether they were ice block building, napkin folding, feather combing, or ballroom dancing, Tacky was the odd bird. Then it was nap time. Nap time for all, that is, but Tacky. Look at how Tacky combs his hair, his feathers. So crazy. Look how neatly this one is. And then the dancing, they're dancing so properly. And Tacky is going wild. Although sometimes it's fun to dance like that, I think. But Tacky is definitely not like the others. "What a great day for surfing!" he cried. "Would that be fun or what?" "It would be what?" said goodly, lovely, angel, neatly and perfect. Go surfing if you must, but please do it quietly. So Tacky took off alone and coasted over the waves. Looks like he's having fun. Suddenly, the wind came filling his shirt like a sail, and he found himself blowing full speed ahead out to sea. He loved the spray on his beak and the thrill of the ride. So he was still having fun. On he sailed, and on through sunny days and starlit nights. By the time he finally reached land, he was standing on tippy webs on an ice cube. That's all that's left of his iceberg. With his little heart beating in excitement, Tacky waddled ashore, ready for an adventure. We love adventures. Let's see what happens. After being greeted by the strangest penguins he had ever seen. Do you think those are penguins? No, those are tropical island birds, but he's never seen anything like that before. He came upon a large gray rock. How nice! He had lots of rocks at home. Funny, thought Tacky, this rock is warm. The rocks he knew were cold, and it's a little squishy. The rocks he knew were hard and sort of hairy. Hairy? He couldn't remember any hairy rocks back on the iceberg. Is this a rock? No, what is it? Yes, an elephant, but Tacky's never seen one. He doesn't know. Tacky never could sit still for long, so he did a little rock hop and dance he'd always enjoyed doing at home. Look at him. I don't need shoes and I don't need socks, just my mellow yellow feet for hopping on the rocks. Hey! I don't need shoes and I don't need socks, just my mellow yellow feet for hopping on the rocks. Hey! I don't... Uh-oh. Suddenly, the rock rose up and a voice louder than any penguin's, a voice louder than Tacky's, boomed, "Something is tickling my back." Whoa. Before Tacky could ask, "What's happening?" the rock, whose name happened to be Rocky, grabbed him, and they were crashing through the jungle. Oh no. Tacky loved adventures. Whoa, but was this fun? Or what? He wasn't sure. Finally, Rocky came to a very gray clearing, plunked Tacky down, and bellowed, "Flowers for my table!" While Tacky was puzzled, Rocky was overjoyed, for she had taken one look at Tacky's shirt and was convinced she had brought home the most beautiful bunch of flowers in the world. "Yes, indeedy, just what I needed to brighten up this dreary old place. Oh, let's see, I'll need a wide vase. Oh, it's a gorgeous bunch of flowers. Oh, but pretty thick around the stem area." So the elephant thinks Tacky is flowers because of his shirt. That is pretty silly. After choosing her widest vase, Rocky plopped Tacky in. And he looked around. The table was set for dinner, with ketchup and lemon pie and grape punch and gravy and mustard and marmalade and peanut butter and lots of other good things. Rocky galumped gleefully around the table, singing, "Flowers make all the difference! Flowers make all the difference!" "I'm not a bunch of flowers," said Tacky. "Say what?" Rocky trumpeted.
Of course you're a bunch of flowers. Don't be silly.
She sniffed Tacky.
Oh, you smell lovely, too.
Thank you, said Tacky, but I'm not a bunch of flowers. I am a penguin. Rocky eyed Tacky suspiciously.
What's a penguin? Some sort of a weird plant?
No, offered Tacky. It's a kind of bird.
A bird? Snorted Rocky. What a hoot! You're not like any bird I've ever seen.
Tacky felt his neck feathers prickle uncomfortably. Oh, I'm really, honestly, truly a penguin, he repeated. Rocky did not want to hear this. She wanted flowers. She needed those flowers, and her dull gray home needed those flowers.
If you're a penguin, prove it,
Rocky demanded. Then she reached out. Whoosh! She snatched Tacky's shirt.
At least I'm keeping the pretty blossoms no matter what. Well, unless you can convince me you're a penguin.
Tacky knew he was in trouble now. His shirt was his sail, and without his shirt, how would he get home? Would he ever see goodly, lovely Angel neatly and perfect again? Oh boy, how's he going to get out of this one?
Hurry up now, I'm hungry. And I don't have all day,
snapped Rocky impatiently.
Prove you're a penguin. Do something penguinish.
Tacky thought very hard. He just had to show her. Oh, yes, he remembered. Penguins march. He began. 1, 2, 3. Stepped in the ketchup bowl without knowing it, and continued marching over the table. 4, 5, 17, 100.
What else?
Asked Rocky. Penguin's belly slide. Tacky got a running start, skidded across the lemon pie, and swished in swirls over the tablecloth. Where was that lemon smell coming from?
Go on,
ordered Rocky. Penguins dive. Tacky took a bounding leap up and did a splashy cannonball into the pitcher of grape punch. Refreshing. More confused than convinced, Rocky asked,
And keep going.
Oh my goodness, look at this. What a mess.
What else?
What else could a penguin do? Then he remembered what had gotten him into this situation in the first place. And he said, penguins are excellent hoppers. Bravely tilting his beak up in his best proper hopping form, he hopped in the gravy and hopped on the cloth, and hopped in the mustard and hopped on the cloth, and hopped in the marmalade and hopped in the cloth, and hopped in the peanut butter and stopped. Why do you think he stopped in the peanut butter? Let's find out. Oh, he was sticky. Then he waddled stickily over to Rocky. See? He shrugged hopefully. I'm a penguin. Rocky looked at her red, yellow, purple, brown, gold, orange, and tan tablecloth and bellowed,
What have you done to my tablecloth?
Tacky froze. He had been having fun doing penguin things and hadn't even realized that he'd made a mess. Uh-oh, he thought. I'm stuck here forever. I'll never get home to my iceberg. Oh, no.
My tablecloth! My tablecloth! Hooted Rocky. I love it! I simply love it! Look at these colors. They're brilliant. They're beautiful. And they're so much prettier than your blossoms. Oh, no offense. Here you go, you wonderful, odd, whatever you are. With that, she picked up Tacky's shirt and flipped it to him. She also threw him a hot dog, a cookie, and 3 kisses. Thank you, she trumpeted as Tacky waved goodbye and set out for the water's edge. She liked it. He's lucky about that. He leapt onto a log thinking, I didn't know the ice blocks came in brown. And as his shirt caught the wind, he set sail. So is he on an iceberg? No, it's a log. He just didn't know what a log was. Meanwhile, back on the iceberg, Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect were singing Sunrise on the Iceberg. The sun rose, but they didn't feel in charge. Life just hadn't been the same without Tacky. Everything was so orderly, and they were tired of patting each other on the back and whispering, "What is happening?" Nothing was happening. Then they saw the speck in the distance. Could it be? As the speck came closer and closer, they could see it was Tacky. Goodly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect hugged Tacky. Tacky was an odd bird, but a nice bird to have around. Look at them hugging. Isn't that sweet? And many miles away, an elephant sat by her colorful tablecloth and thought the same thing. Look at that. She put it in a frame. The end. So when Tacky was hopping around thinking he was convincing her how much of a penguin he was really making a huge mess on the tablecloth. But he was having a lot of fun. He didn't even realize he was sliding through lemon pie or splashing in grape juice. And it ended up being so colorful that Rocky the elephant thought it was a piece of art. That's pretty cool. And then back at home, his friends who wanted everything so perfect realized that without Tacky around, things were kind of boring, right? That was a fun beat the heat kind of book. You feel cooler now? I know I do. Well, let's see what we can do inside to feel cooler. Now remember, we found some paper in the pack when I first pulled it out. Let me take a look and see what else is in here today. Oh, look at this. I found some food coloring and some Q-tips. Do you know what that means? We are going to make a Tacky creation. So we are going to do some watercolor painting. And if you don't have watercolors, that's what the food coloring is for. We can make our own. Now you might have a really nice little thing of watercolors. I know we got some from school. Mrs. Hogan gave everyone some watercolors in their art kit during school, but you might have used it all up. So you can use some if you have it, but if you don't, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make your own watercolors at home. And all you need is water and food coloring. And if you don't have food coloring and you happen to have like Kool-Aid packets in any flavor, any brand, you can use some of that in a very little bit of water. You pour the whole packet and it will actually do the same thing. So I started making a Tacky creation earlier, but I'm going to make one together with you. So already I have made blue and I have made red. I'm going to show you what happens when I drip in the colors to make, how about green? All right, so I have 1 little cup of water. I'm using glass bowls because you can see it's clear through them, but you can use little tiny cups, like Dixie cups or cups that you can have a drink of water from the bathroom when you brush your teeth. Or you could use an egg carton and just put a little bit of water in each of the egg carton places and then drip the food coloring into it. Now watch this. I'm just gonna squeeze some food coloring in there. Now, I am doing this on my counter, and I have put down a layer of newspaper, okay? Because I want to make sure I'm not going to stain my counter. So we're going to put something down to protect it. And then I take a Q-tip or a paintbrush. If you have a paintbrush, that would work amazingly. I'm using Q-tips today to show you that it's okay if you don't have a paintbrush, okay? And then I'm going to hold mine up because that way you'll see it. You are just going to, now I was kind of getting crazy because I was pretending that I was tacky. So make sure you wear an old shirt or put a big shirt over top or something so you don't get too messy, and make sure you have that newspaper down. Then take your Q-tip, and I was dotting all over the place because I was pretending that I was hopping just like tacky. I'm gonna hop my green, and then sometimes he slid across. Now remember, it didn't look like a picture, did it? It didn't look like a tree. It didn't look like a playground. It didn't look like a flower or a person. It just looked like a jumble of colors because he was having fun. Then you can take another color. I'm gonna take some red and do some down splashes. Boop, boop. Maybe some more dots, some big dots. Then I'm gonna take some blue, and it's just gonna be, oh, he slid there. He's gonna do a big downhill slide, watch. Yeah. It's really fun. And you don't have to stay in the lines. You can use whatever colors you want, whatever colors you have. If you have markers, you could do the same thing with markers. It's all up to you and how you want it. And then when you're all finished, you can say, ta-da! It's my tacky painting. What do you think about that? So then, of course, you'll leave it to dry. Now mine is getting drippy because I'm holding it up, but that's kind of cool too. You might want to turn it in different ways and watch the drips fall in a different way, in a different pattern. Isn't that cool? You can see some of them sliding down. So you can make whatever colors you want, and look at my two little dots I made there. It turned into a heart. I wasn't even trying to do that. Pretty cool, right? So I want you to be like Tacky. Just have fun. Don't worry about what it's going to look like at the end or how it's going to turn out. And if you make one like this and you go, I'm not sure I like that one. Guess what? Get another piece of paper and start over. Maybe you wanted it to be mostly red, so maybe you're going to make some more red, right? It is your creation. You get to make however you want it to be. Hop along like Tacky. Go on an adventure. Make your picture however crazy or silly you want it to be. You can make a lot of them. When it's raining outside or it's so hot that it's really hard to be out in the sun for too long, this is a great thing to do indoors to cool off and to have something fun to do when it's a rainy day, because more storms are coming. So what do you think, guys? Was that fun? I think so too. How about, now of course our pictures are definitely going to spread some joy, because boy, you could make pictures for everyone. You could make one for your grandma, you could make one for the neighbor, you could make one for your refrigerator at home, so that everyone can see and smile when they see your creation. But let's also look at our jar of joy with our pig of joy, and let's see another way that we can spread some joy today. Ooh, that was good shaking, Joy. Put the lid down. Let's see what we will pull out today. All right, Joy, how are we going to spread our joy? I can't even open it, I'm so excited. Oh, well, this is also a great thing to do when you're inside and it's raining or it's very hot. Delaney had this great idea. Start a dance party. How about a Tacky the Penguin dance party? He danced crazy, didn't he? So I'm gonna stand up and push my chair back. And he danced like this. Wah, 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 Tacky the Penguin. Can you do a big dance crazy like that? Yeah. You're laughing already. I told you. Dancing is a great way to spread some joy. Be silly, be crazy, just have fun. And if you start dancing, you can grab your sister, grab your brother, your mom, your dad, whoever's around, and start dancing. And I bet pretty soon they'll be laughing too. Do the crazy tacky dance. I feel like he waved his flippers around a lot. What do you think? Was that fun, Joy? It was fun for me, and I'm already smiling. What a great way to spread some joy. Wow, we have one more order of business to do. And you know what that is. I'm going to put Joy down. Here, why don't you go back with your friends for a minute? We have to fill out our summer reading adventure log. Because we're already on number 10. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it's getting so full. How exciting. All right, let me find my crayons. There they are. And you know that I like to I don't look. I'm just gonna pull out a crayon, see what color it is today. Let's see, it looks like it's black. Ooh, it's sparkly black. Well, I didn't even know I had this crayon. All right, we are gonna color it in. Remember, you don't have to use black. You can make your own pattern. You can use whatever color you want. They can all be the same color, different colors. It is your caterpillar quest in our summer reading adventure. All right, let's count how many we have. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's right. 10 stories, 10 adventures we have had in our summer reading program. I've had a lot of fun. How about you? Oh, I'm so glad. I can't wait to see what kind of colorful pictures you create, just like Tacky. And maybe you'll make up a new dance move too when you spread your joy by dancing. All right, boys and girls, I hope that gave you a little bit of fun and creativity that you can do on these really hot summer days and stormy summer evenings sometimes as well. All right, we are gonna go paint some more pictures just like Tacky. So until next time, boys and girls, don't forget to keep spreading your joy.